This video is sponsored by Skillshare.
Hi everyone, my name is Jamie and I'm a first year emergency medicine resident. Today I want to talk about 5 things I wish I knew before starting medical school. Let's jump right in. Number 1 is self-studying. When I first started medical school, I found it surprising how much self-directed studying there was. In one of my videos, a lot of you guys asked why the lecture halls were so empty. And the reason is medical schools are moving in the direction of recording lectures so the students can watch the videos at home and at their own pace. So it's not uncommon for medical students to miss class and study at home. And unlike in high school or college where one professor or teacher might be in charge of teaching a class and writing the exams, in medical school there are several different professors and doctors coming to talk about what is often their specialty or research interest. So the lecturers didn't necessarily stress what would be on our board exams. So this means that a lot of the board studying is done on your own. A lot of you guys asked me how to best prepare for medical school, and I think the best advice is to develop good study skills and habits no matter what you're studying at your level. I think having a good set of tools for memorization and comprehension will come in handy at all levels of learning. Number 2 is medical school is expensive, especially in the United States. But it's hard to actually grasp the magnitude of cost until you look at your loans at the end of medical school and see that you're literally in hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. The average med student in 2017 graduated with close to $200,000 in debt, and 14% of them have debts exceeding $300,000 in education debt, including pre-med debt. Needless to say, going into medicine means you'll be delaying your true financial independence for a long time. Some of the things that you can do to minimize this debt burden is by lowering your pre-med or undergraduate debt as much as possible. So if you have several choices where you can go for college, I would definitely keep this in mind. I would say the same is true for the most part when it comes to choosing your medical school. You will likely have a similar quality of education at one U.S. medical school versus another, so definitely keep costs in mind when you're choosing a school. Number 3 is support system is everything. When it comes to training in medicine, you're really in it for the long haul. Your medical training doesn't end with 4 years of medical school. It continues throughout residency, which can last up to 7 years in certain specialties. So you may not be thinking about families or having kids right now, but you might be in your late 20s and early 30s while you're still in training. I once spoke to a female neurosurgeon who had 5 kids, and when I asked her how she manages everything, she said it all comes down to having a supportive partner. I want to echo that sentiment and stress how incredibly important it is to have a partner who understands the demands of working in medicine. I have a great partner who knows that my hours are long and often inflexible. It doesn't always mean our schedules line up perfectly, but just knowing that he understands puts me at ease even when my schedule gets crazy. Number 4, you will have time for things outside of medicine. Probably the most surprising thing about medical school was how much time I actually had to develop new hobbies and pursue other interests. Of course, it takes a bit of time management and prioritizing, but it's definitely doable. For example, fitness and YouTube are relatively new hobbies that I picked up while still in medical school. And I know many of my colleagues have picked up and continued their hobbies of traveling, reading, photography, and even runway modeling while still in med school. I would say that it's even encouraged that you look beyond the world of medicine to develop yourself as a well-rounded person. At the end of the day, we work in a profession where we talk to and relate to patients, and having a broad knowledge about things outside of medicine will make you a much better doctor. Number 5 is imposter syndrome. In the beginning of my medical school career, we were given a talk about imposter syndrome and how a lot of us, even the best of us, deal with it. Personally, there were times when I totally felt like an imposter at my medical school and even now at my residency. And I think it really helps to know that other people also feel the same way. Especially in medicine, it's impossible to know everything, and I think we tend to be pretty hard on ourselves. My advice to you is the same one Sheryl Sandberg has for her readers in her book, Lean In. Fake it till you make it. If you don't feel like you have the confidence, fake it and act as if you're the most confident person in the world, and slowly you'll start to believe it yourself. Another advice is to be kind to yourself. Like I said, we can't possibly know everything. We will make mistakes, and I think it's best to accept and acknowledge our gaps in knowledge, apologize when we are wrong, and try to do the best we can. And that's all I got for today. Before I close the video, I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes in design, technology, productivity, and more. If you have the premium membership, you can get unlimited access to high-quality classes from experts working in their field, so you can really develop new hobbies and explore new opportunities. Recently, I've been taking the Fundamentals of Photography course to better connect with you guys through my photos. I love that the classes are online and easily accessible, so it really works around my busy schedule. Skillshare is also affordable at less than $10 a month for the annual subscription. If you want to try Skillshare for free, you can click the link in the description box below for 2 months of free trial. This offer is only for the first 500 people, so make sure to try it before it runs out. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys found it useful and interesting. If you're in medical school, please comment below on some of the things that you guys wish you knew before medical school. As always, if you guys want to support the channel, please check out TheStriveToFit.com for some merchandise, including sweatshirts and stationery. And if you're not already following me on Instagram or Twitter, you can do so at TheStriveToFit. And lastly, you can check out some other videos by clicking over here. Thanks again, and see you guys in the next video. Bye!